Hello, and welcome back to Bombchu Gaming News. I'm Austin, and I'll be covering some of the news that we found interesting this week. Final Fantasy XI's mobile reboot has been officially cancelled. FF11 is turning 19 years old this May, and as you might expect from an MMO released in 2002 and originally released for the PlayStation 2, it's gotten a bit long in the tooth, despite continuing to get updates to this very day. Back in 2015, a mobile reboot was announced for mobile platforms and was set to be developed by Nexon and released in 2016. Since then, a few screenshots have been seen, but not much else, and both Nexon and Square Enix have stayed relatively quiet about the game outside of the occasional confirmation that it was still in development. However, after years of delays, both Nexon and Square Enix have agreed that the game doesn't meet their quality standards, and have decided to shelve the project. On the one hand, as a fan of Final Fantasy XI, I was really looking forward to seeing Vana'diel reimagined and going out into the world as a fresh adventurer again, despite my worries about what the game would be like on mobile. At the same time, if the game just wasn't good enough to carry the name of a mainline entry in the Final Fantasy series, I'm glad it wasn't just pushed out. I suspect that Square Enix will never leave us without a way to play each of the mainline Final Fantasy games, so I imagine this won't be the last time they try to reboot their aging MMO. For now, if you want to experience FF11, you'll have to play on PC, but if you want to bring the experience a little closer to the modern age, there are plenty of really great mods available. Former president of Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aime, is retiring from the Gamestop board of directors. The announcement comes only a year after he initially accepted the position. Reggie and several other board members were unable to turn things around for GameStop, despite taking a 50% pay cut shortly after joining the board. COVID-19 hit the company hard, pushing people even more towards the convenience of digital sales. GameStop's later earnings report released this week showed a further decline in year-over-year sales, despite the ridiculously high stock price. It's not all bad news for Reggie though, as he's also currently serving on the boards of Spin Master and Brunswick. Well, that's all the news that we found interesting this week. If there's any news that you thought was interesting this week, let us know down in the comments below. A huge thank you to Michael Slater, Blake Harms, and all of our patrons over on Patreon. Your support means the world to us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.